These are two must-have shots if you want to play really good 3.5 level pickleball. My name is Tony Roygans. It's a pleasure to coach you in today's video. These shots that we're going to talk about are based on actual impact to your game, not on the YouTube click algorithm. These are not popular shots on YouTube searches, but we know that they're shots that really help you with your play. Shot number one we're going to cover is the punch volley. It's a must-have shot for 3.5 level pickleball. We're going to go over the purpose, the effect, and what happens when you hit it better. I'm going to show you some game footage in a second, and we're going to break that down. But first, let's go to the court over here, and let's frame out what we're talking about and why it's such a powerful shot, its purpose and its effect. The punch volley is generally hit by the team who's on the return side. It's generally a return side type of shot. Most of your volleys happen on the return side. So we've set you and your partner here up on the return side. Hopefully you're up at the non-volley zone line at the time that you have to hit this punch volley, which is going to be your fourth shot. And your opponents are the serve side, so they're back here around the baseline, waiting to see what happens with this shot that you're going to hit on the fourth shot. The shot that you want to hit to play really good 3-5 pickleball is a good punch volley. The purpose of the punch volley is to try and keep these opponents as far back as possible during the rally. And the way to think about it is like this. This is you're the orangish yellow paddle there. Would you rather have these players here, like this, up in this area here, or back here? I think the obvious answer is you'd rather have your opponents way far away from you. The way you do that is by hitting your volley nice and deep and keeping them back as close to the baseline as you can, or as far back as you can during the rally. The punch volley is the shot that accomplishes that. Another advantage of the punch volley is it does not risk the net. So you're going to hit less balls into the net, make less mistakes on your four shots, give away less points. So the purpose of the punch volley is to, within a reasonable margin for error for yourself, reducing your errors, keep these opponents as far back as possible. The effect of the punch volley is, when you execute it, is you now have an easier job during the return side. Because if you don't hit a good punch volley, you hit it short, and these players start coming in, now your job is a lot harder. So the purpose, keep them back as far as possible. The effect of the shot is to make your job a lot easier. So when you start hitting better punch volleys, you're going to make less mistakes when you're playing on the return side, and you're going to make your job easier on the return side, therefore making your opponent's job harder. What that means is they'll score less points when they're facing you with an effective punch volley. Let's pull up some game tape now, and we're going to take a look at some not great punch volleys first, and then some better punch volleys. Then I'll show you how to put it all together in the last one here. So we're going to start with a not great punch volley. Me and my partner Tom here, that's me up here, my partner Tom. What you're going to see us do here is basically we're attacking. So we're smashing these balls. Out of my mind here, smashing this ball. And then I get crazy on this one. And what do? I dump it right into the net. That's what we don't want to do with a punch volley. Later on, you'll see me here. I'm kind of coming back and I'm like, what is that? No big deal. We're going to keep going. This is the next game that we played. You're going to see here much better punch volleys by both Tom and myself. And we're able to just keep David and Brian back at the baseline. So Tom does a good one here. Nice, simple, keep him back. I hit a little more aggressive, but still nice and deep, keep him back. This one I relax a little more, keep him back again. And Tom is just keeping him back again and again and again. This is exactly what you want to do with a punch volley, not risking the net, sending them back, keeping them back. Here we tie it together because here we're going to keep them back, but we get a pop-up opportunity here. So what you're going to see here is I'm going to keep David back. I'm going to put it at his feet just like I showed you. I get a pop-up there. If you're going to put it away there, that's perfectly fine. If you have that opportunity to put it away, you can. But we're not trying to put balls away that are around here. We're just punching those back, keeping them back. That is the value of the punch volley in your game. After we go over the second must-have shot that you're going to want to add to your game, I'm going to share with you 3 advantages that you're going to gain from adding these 2 shots. But here are 2 things you can do right now to really keep on improving your play. Number 1, subscribe and like this channel. Hit that bell notification so you get notified. This channel is designed to actually help you with your game. Second thing you can do, I'm going to put a link up here and down here, is download this awesome guide we prepared just for you that covers these must-have shots as well as unlocks other great resources available to you. The guide is free. You just have to click the link and we'll send it to you. Shot number 2 is going to be an improved defensive dink. We're going to go against purpose, effect, and what you gain when you learn how to hit that shot better. We're going to come over here to the court, and this time we're going to look at it from the side. So let's frame out what we're talking about first, and then we'll talk about the purpose and effect of it. A defensive dink, this is you here, is when you're in trouble, you're in a bad spot. What you're doing is you're just basically dropping the ball into the non-volley zone there. That's a defensive dink. Nothing more than that. Doesn't have spin. It's not exciting. It's just, I'm in trouble. So I'm going to use the non-volley zone, which is the key to playing good pickleball, and the net, that combination, to implement a dink, right? Defensively, just drop it in and extend the rally. What do I not want to do with it? With the dink, just like with the punch volley, I don't want to leave my dink in that net because then I have no chance of winning. So the purpose of the defensive dink is to extend the rally. The effect of the defensive dink is it allows you protection from immediate attack and from a volley attack. So they can't attack you out of the air, like in the last one I showed you where I just hit that ball out of the air and put it away. That's not possible when you hit a good defensive dink. So the effect is to give you protection and buy you time. Those are the, that's the purpose and effect of the defensive dink. What you gain from hitting it better, beyond the strategy of being able to use it, is just a tremendous amount of comfort. It's knowing that no matter what shot comes my way, I can always get out of it because I know how to throw the ball into the non-volley zone that's built for my benefit. So I get to use that defensive dink to increase the comfort in myself when I play. Let's check out some game tape to see what the defensive dink looks like in practice and when it's being used. This was me here in the blue shirt. And what you're going to see here is a couple of defensive dinks that I hit here. The first one is actually going to be a third shot drop. Third shot drop is literally a defensive dink. I'm back here. What am I going to do? Tom hit a good return to serve. All I can do is drop it in. Tom can't do much with that ball, so now I'm going to move up. All I want to do here is get the ball over the net. I mean, if you look at that ball and my position and I'm under stress, what can I do there that's not going to be a pop-up, not going to be a disaster? Is a defensive dink. So I'm going to drop it back over. And then what you're going to see is you're going to see that Tom can't do much with my ball. So basically I drop it over, nice and relaxed. Now Tom is just, not much he can do to me there. And me and my partner, we got the net. We're good to go. So the defensive dink has been used to buy us time to then move up to the non-volley zone and fight the fair fight. So you now have the second shot that you need in order to play 3.5 pickleball, that improved defensive dink. Let's cover 3 advantages that you'll gain from getting really good at these 2 shots. First advantage is it's going to be much harder to score points against you. So less points scored against you. Secondly is you're going to be able to score more points because you're extending rallies, you're inducing more errors by your opponents. So you get more points in your favor, less points against. And the third is just a tremendous increase in your comfort when you're out on the court. Knowing exactly what you need to do, both on the return side and when you're in those tough situations, get you out of a lot of jams when you're playing. These advantages translate to just playing really good 3.5 pickleball. And when you're ready to take the next step in your pickleball journey, join us inside the Better Pickleball Academy and let's see just how far you can go. I'll see you in the next video.